Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another incredible episode of SDS. And today we got an interesting topic. We have the top 10 best performing players of the season. And I've gathered the SDS Brain Trust today. It's a special one. Obviously, myself hosting. Sit next to me.
Where's Sharky?
Hey, told him, yeah, I mean, take a little holiday. I got you covered, bro. Take the weekend off.
Trust me,
you know
doesn't
what I
need
mean?
an excuse for that, man.
Hey, trust me, you know. But listen, after the NDO win, I feel like it's, you know what I mean, it's a little bit deserved. Go and enjoy a couple of days off. But sitting next to me, of course, as you can see, we got Faisal in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Brain trust?
I mean, listen, more of the brain is going to come from the other side of the table. And sitting across from you, we have, of course, two-time Mastermind champion. Mastermind coming very soon as well. Put the pressure on Hasib in the comments if you want to see that. Season 3.
I'm waiting.
We want that. It's Liaz Bouzidi as well.
Thank you.
And sitting next to him, of course, Leah's in an Italian shirt. We have a real Italian in the building as well. It's Luca, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, boy.
Thank you. I like the shirt, man. I like the shirt. Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you
Should have
guys?
been you wearing that, really and truly.
If you messaged me, I would have put it on as well.
It's winning affairs.
He pulled out the turtleneck today. I like this. I like this.
A dude in a turtleneck has never said.
And you're still wearing that hat.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that shit is getting moldy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Queen's
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's
I saw a
hard to-
spider trying to
it's
creep out of
hard
that
to
earlier, bro.
furniture at
Come on,
this
man.
point.
Come on, man.
But boys, we got an interesting one, and we've actually got a very, very long list. Of course, top 10 performing players of the season. Everybody has sent in their 10 list, bar 2 people, and that is Abs Busquets and Liban, who have, for some reason...
On my life, the quality of the list actually went up. No problem.
And Ilias as well, actually.
Ilias, I would have liked to see. Yeah, but Abs, like gonna have to hear him talk about who do you think one is this? Enzo's gonna be on his list. Who else to see? Like, yeah, he's not gonna have duck on the rice. I'll tell you that for free.
Ahmad.
Yeah, Ahmad might be like cracking as well.
Listen,
Mwema.
who has put in their votes? Me, of course, everybody on this table, Faisal, Luca, Liaz, and then, of course, Sharky, star player, Amenya is involved this time as well, Rinity, Fouizi, Hasib, Shuaib, and Chunks as well. Chunks is back in the list now. I love this. And this list is actually quite big. We have over 20 names, almost 30, dare I say. I'm going to try and whittle through the pre-10, should we say. We have 4 players on 1 point at the moment. Igor Thiago being one of them. Thibaut Courtois, which is actually your 10th pick,
Yep.
Luca. You can tell us a little bit briefly about that. Enzo Fernandez as well, and Vitinha coming in as well. Vitinha was voted by Sharky. Rinity also voted for Enzo Fernandez. Courtois being voted by Luca.
Who voted Igor Thiago?
Igor Thiago was Chunks.
Oh, okay.
Who's got the most GA?
All of a sudden, because it's Chunks, you don't want to say that.
If that was Fouizi,
Get these high ones off the list. How are we doing it?
Chunks, we know he doesn't watch ball, so I'm not surprised with this shit.
Facts, man.
Chill out, boy, man. Chill. But Luca, you've put Courtois 10. That's one of your picks already out.
Is that the
Reasons
only
for-
keeper on there?
I believe
Yeah.
Tell you
so.
what, I didn't
Looking
pull
at
it
this list, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to put.
I knew
keepers on
Leos
this.
definitely doesn't ever
But
put
yes,
keepers in
it
his top
seems like
10.
he is the only goalkeeper on this list, from what I can see.
I wanted to give some props to keepers because I feel like they don't get the love and respect they deserve. I think Leos is the opposite. You can never see a keeper in the top 10, but I think Courtois has been incredible this season. I think he's the best shot stopper in the world, and he's just been so important to Madrid so far, in my opinion. I look at games against Liverpool, Juventus, for example. We kept them in it. I know Liverpool didn't go well, but Juventus, I think in another day, if Courtois wasn't in goal, we could have gotten a result there. He's just a world-class shot stopper.
Yeah.
And I thought I wanted to give him some props.
Oh, fairs.
What do you think about Courtois this season? Still another great year?
I think he's having a good year. But if I have to pick best 3 Madrid players this season,
Would he crack it?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Oh, interesting. Moving on, we have 4 players on 2 points. We have Dio Upamecano, very underrated in my opinion. Victor Osimhen, who's come voted in as well by Sharky at 9th place. Julian Alvarez also getting a vote from star player in 9th place. Dominic Soboslai as well, voted by Fouizi. And
Damn.
Upamecano voted by Liaz.
Fact, man.
Talk to me.
I think he's been amazing this season.
Yeah.
I think Upamecano is so underrated anyways. I feel like he's one of these players that has that one night in Europe where he stinks it up, and that follows him for the rest of his career
Yeah.
because people aren't watching him for Bayern consistently. But I've always said I think there's a reason for why Didier Deschamps has him as his favorite center back. It's either Saliba or Konate with him. And I think France's record without him speaks for itself. But I think this season, and over the last 2 years, I would say his consistency has been ridiculous. I think his big game performances, especially against PSG in the Champions League, where he was following guys into midfield, into their own third, not afraid to step up into positions where there's a lot of space to be exposed. His ability on the ball is fantastic. I think defensively he's super underrated as well too. For me, Upamecano, I think more people need to be paying attention to what he's doing this season.
Oh, fully agree with everything you said there. Moving on to the next block, on 3 points, we have 2 players here, and that is Arda Güler, voted by Faisal in 8th place, and Scott McTominay, voted 8th place by Star Player. Star Player and Sharky already using 2 of their picks gone already, but Arda Güler, talk to me. Started the season very well. I actually considered him for my list as well.
Even I think recently as well. I think he still leads the top 5 leagues with the most chances created. He is second in La Liga with the highest assist, and I think what he's done this season, when Xabi Alonso puts him deeper, you can't understand why he's doing it, because he doesn't trust the Camavingas, the Tremendes to drop deep and take the ball. He's been very important. Our best 2 players this season has been both Mbappe and Arda Güler, and Arda Güler has been incredible this season.
Scott McTominay carrying on the form from last season as well. I feel like it's actually really glad that he got an honourable mention.
I think on Scott McTominay, I think he's improved massively since De Bruyne has been injured. Because at the start of the season, he was actually being shoehorned out wide.
A little bit, yeah.
He was playing like left mid, and then De Bruyne, Lebock at the base, and Anguissa. That was a midfield 3. And it's only recently in the last few weeks where I think McTominay sort of picked up his old form from last season, where he scored a screamer against Inter.
Insane.
And then the bicycle kick goal as well. Of course,
Yesterday as well too. Arda Güler is no longer the player with the most chances created in Europe's top 5 leagues.
Okay, that's fine. He's second.
No, he's not second. He's third.
Okay, he's top 3.
He's actually tied for third, by the way. So he's barely cracking third. He's just about made the podium.
He's top 3.
So Adrian Thomason, I think he should be on this list as well too. Personally.
He's top 3.
You told us Güler wasn't going to be on your list. You were a man of honor, but you lied
Arda Güler is on my list,
after telling us he wasn't.
and
You
it
can't
was
take
a
anything
joke.
this guy seriously, man. Honestly.
Yeah, with Güler, though, you
Nasty
knew it was going to
work,
happen.
Nasty work.
The second best
There's always
start.
going to be
It's
a
only
couple of
8th, to be
Madrid
honest,
players
yeah.
snuck on. Moving up next, by himself actually, on 4 points, we have Christian Pulisic,
I like
voted by Rinaldi in 7th place, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah.
Yes. You've been watching a lot of Pulisic this season, right?
Pulisic has been incredible
Yeah.
for AC Milan over the last 2 seasons. He's been their best player by a mile. I think since he joined the league, no player has had more goal involvements in that time stretch in the last five odd years. So he's been absolutely incredible. And this season, he's carrying on that great form. He's playing in a striker role with
Yeah, I was
Allegri.
going to say he's more forward this year.
Yeah,
isn't he?
very different role to where he's been playing in the last few years, and
Scoring goals. as
scoring
well.
goals, man. He scored the other day in the derby de la Madonnina, the only goal, the winner. And
Second highest scorer in Serie A?
I think Hakan
Somewhere
was
around
first.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's up there though. But yeah, he's been incredible. So I like the shout.
No, fair play. Moving up next on 5 points, we have Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham voted
I mean, that's ridiculous.
6th place by chunks.
That's ridiculous.
I think obviously having been out injured for a long time.
Has he played 5 games?
What was it?
He
5
played
games?
more
was that?
than
Nah,
5
he's
games.
played
He came
more,
back.
yeah.
He came back in September.
No, he came back in the Classic. Well, no, he came back in the
He
Classico.
came
The
back-
game before that as well too.
He came
Juventus.
back against Atleti end of September.
How many
Go
games has
check it
Jude
again.
played this season, man?
Do you think
I don't know.
Do you think he's worth giving a
Don't check
shout
it,
for?
don't check it, because apparently I don't know what.
this season.
Check it.
I think he's played 5.
Do you think Jude deserves an honourable mention on this list?
No,
or
it doesn't.
Hasn't done enough. No.
He's not been great. He's been okay. He's been okay, but
Still recovering from the injury.
he's still recovering.
Yeah.
His last
Finding his
couple of games
fitness.
has been great. Have you checked it? Or no?
It's telling me confirm you're a human. So I wish I could.
Well, while you check that, we will move on to the next group of players. 3 players on 6 points, and we have Marcus Rashford, voted 5th by Rinaldi, Antoine Semenyo, voted 5th by Fuizzi, and Luka Modric. Luka, you can tell us about this one. You voted him in at 9th place, and Shoaib, you put him in at 7th place as well. How many games are we talking?
Saying 503 service unavailable,
Nah.
bro. What did you do to transfer market, man?
Hey. But talk to me a little bit about Luka Modric. 40 years old, moving to AC Milan. Seems like he hasn't even missed a beat, has he?
Yeah, with Luka, it's weird because I knew he was always great at football, one of the best
Yeah.
midfielders. But when you watch him live, I think it's different. Like when you watch footballers live in the flesh, you realize how good they are. Mbappe is one of those that I experienced live who was just fake.
Is it all good? Atleti in September, all good, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
This guy's shameless. Yeah, Luka Modric. Watching him live in the flesh is just a joy. And this season, he's played in like the 6th role. He's a bit deeper than where we used to watch him at Madrid. Almost like Cruz in his last season, Pirlo at Juventus. And he's just been a quarterback. He's just been dictating everything. He's got players like Fofana, Rabiot around him who do the run.
I like how Allegri is using him. He used to be like the regista role. Right? You got those two just running for him. They're literally just
They're the
soldiers,
legs.
and then he just dictates the game. Man.
Do you reckon you could have kept him for one more year? at Madrid?
I wanted to keep him.
Yeah.
But literally, I made it clear. I made it clear on my channel.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep him, but we decided to keep Tobias. so you know,
Interesting
So you
choice
kind of get to understand why this season we've been cheeks.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's
interesting.
been great. And I think if AC Milan were to go on to win the league, which they actually have a good chance of winning, in my opinion.
Wide open this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
Roma
close.
top currently.
Yeah, Roma top. They have the best defense in the league. AC Milan have the 2nd best defense in the league, and
Yeah.
they're playing no other competition, so it's one game a week. And I think if they win it, Modric will be at the heart of it, and he's incredible. Yeah.
I'm surprised, to be fair, Antoine Semenyo hasn't got a few more votes. He only got 1 vote, 5th place from Fuizzi. You guys didn't want
I
to...
think start of the season he had that great run.
Yeah.
Where he scored 8 goals within the first 5-6 games. I
Yeah.
think. And he led. He was good, but I think since then Bournemouth went down. The last
Form
couple
was
games.
cooled off a little
So
bit.
I think his form went down as well. But I think it's a good shout.
No, fairs. Moving on next, on 7 points, we have Luis Diaz. 4th place vote from Fuizzi. 13th place next.
Wait. So Fuzi's got 3 players in so far. 1 is a Liverpool player. 1 is a former Liverpool player. 1 is a Liverpool player.
target. Yeah. you know the vision for Fuizzi's board. Always.
The gimmick's great gimmick, like, great gimmick.
Next up, 13th place, moving up on 10 points. It's a disgrace. This is a disgrace. It's Granit Xhaka. I have him in at 10th. Rinaldi has him in at 9th. Hasib has him in at 10th. Shaib has him in 9th. And Chunks has him in at 7th. No one else wanted to put him in this season?
He's been
No?
good, though. But
I think he's been incredible. I think the fact that he came to Sunderland, and I don't think many people were expecting that move to come, but it's not just the leadership and the experience. Bro, if you're watching him play, he is running games, his passing, his engine. Doesn't look like he's missed a beat, and he's, 34 pushing now at this point? He looks like the hub of that team, and they've got so many youngsters, the Siddiqui and all these other young guys, but he is, for me, the real linchpin in that midfield for me. And I think Sunderland, bro, they're 4th, 5th in the table.
Flying.
That is insane for me. So for me, he's got a big part to play in that. So I definitely wanted to give him a mention. Next up on 14 points, we have Jurien Timber. 10th place vote from Lee.
Was that necessary?
Hey, see, mute that in the background, please, if you can. Lee has put him in 10th place, star player in 10th place, and Menia 8th place. And I put him in 8th place as well. Talk to me a little bit about Jurien Timber.
He's been part of the best defense in the world for me. I think on the ball, so good defensively, lockdown. I haven't really seen a winger absolutely rip him to pieces yet. I know Doku maybe gave him the toughest game, but even there, I thought he more than held his own. And yeah man, for me, he's the picture of consistency. You never really see him drop below at this season, like an 8 out of 10, which is crazy to say.
Yeah.
So he had to get in my team. He's in 11th, you said?
Yes.
So-
No, 12th.
12th.
just
12.
outside.
So
I need to know who's 11th because there's
Yes.
a player I wanted to include, but I didn't because of injuries. But when I'm hearing these names, I'm like, he should have definitely gotten a shout.
yeah, I think you're going to be annoyed with this 11th pick because it's your 8th pick. It's Nuno Mendes. And Faisal, you have put him in 6th place
That's
as well.
ridiculous.
And Menia has put him in 4th place as well. And he leaves here with a total of 15 points, just outside, 1 point outside the top 10.
Nuno Mendes is not a top 10
It's
Nuno
ridiculous.
Mendes.
for the best players this season. Bro, I had him 6. I had him 6, bro.
Yeah.
Where did I have him? 7th, I think.
Yeah,
This
you
season-
had him 8th.
This season has been insane. This season is better than last season.
Yeah.
But because of he got injured against Bayern a couple of games ago, it doesn't mean he's not been consistent. He's been starting the whole season, and I think this season his game has gone even more. Like he's like in the final third actions, he's insane. He's adding set pieces to his game. Couple
that
free
free kick he
kicks.
scored.
He's crashing the box with headers.
There was
He's
this
done
game he
it-
played against Leverkusen when they won
In the Champions
7-2,
League,
right?
yeah.
And in the space of 5 minutes, he registered 2 assists, right? No, he scored a goal and then had an assist in the space
Mad
of 2 minutes, right?
striker's
The
finish
first,
as well.
the first one, if you watch where he picks up the ball, the whole play, he's basically in a center forward position, waiting,
False
timing
nine,
his run
yeah.
perfectly. They slot him through. He finishes like a number 9. A few minutes later, bro, the position he takes up is completely different. He's now playing as a left center back in a back three, receiving the ball, opening up, and then playing this ridiculous threaded pass, like in behind for who was it? Might have been Ousmane Dembele. And that just shows you, for me, the versatility that this guy's playing with. Like he sums up the evolution of the role of a fullback now, and that you have to be doing so much more than just defending your winger. He can do for me, this is one of the best left backs I've seen, and he's having one of the best seasons of his career. That's crazy to me.
And even
that
his
more people didn't have
position,
him.
if you look at the 11 positions, I think his position, he's made it a massive freaking difference between first and second.
Yeah.
Whereas the other positions, you can say, all right, cool, that's 1, 2, 1A. But this guy,
You think Balde's off that far?
brother, he's by far the best left back. in the
Nuno
world.
Mendes is ridiculous, bro. I will say I'm surprised. Again, I didn't vote for him purely because I think he missed a lot of time through injury. But Joao Neves, the fact that he hasn't been brought up one single time this year, again, 5 goals for his club,
tell you now, not
hat
on the
trick, and
list.
that's ridiculous. Or again, because I didn't. But then I'm hearing Jude. Jude has missed time as well too, so I wouldn't have included him. Joao Neves has been ridiculous this season. It's just he hasn't been on the pitch enough. So for him to not get a vote and some of these other guys getting one, that's
I think
crazy
Nuno
to me.
Mendes though is a very, very fair one. And I'll be honest, I'll hold my hands up. He slipped my mind.
Yeah.
I would have potentially put him in.
He locked up Yamal, bro. Locked him up in that PSG
That
game.
was a performance where I was just like, you are in flow state. as you
Yeah,
said.
man.
You know what I mean? But coming in next, 10th place, we have on, is it 25 points? No.
I'm actually interested now. Who did I forget?
1 second. I hate these Excel things, man. Is it 16 points? Yeah. All right. Coming in next in 10th place on 16 points, we have Nico Paz. And I have him in at 7th place. Luca, you have him in at 8th place. Sharky has him in at 7th as well. And Shaib has him in at 6th. Talk to me a little about Nico Paz, sorry.
sure.
Up there in terms of top goal scorers this season. Also one of the highest creators in Serie A as well.
He's the number 1 in goals and assists and goal contributions in the Serie A. I think he's been the best player in the Serie A this season so far. I think he's been absolutely excellent. He is Como. Like Como, they're a decent side. They got some decent players, but he's like a star standing out. And I think I like what Fabregas is cooking up there. I think they play a really good system, but he's the heartbeat of it.
Yeah.
He's the best in terms of performances, he's been the best midfielder in the Serie A for me, and he's a big reason why I think they'll get European football this year. And obviously, he's going to go back to you guys next year. And I think
Have you seen the reports that it's not even next year? Have you seen the reports?
2026.
No, have you seen the
January.
report? Where
They won't. I don't think they'll let him go in
we're
January.
basically we're calling him back. That's what Fabrizio wrote a tweet. He said
Really?
it's done deal.
Is there a clause in his contract that allows him to do
Yeah.
that?
Wait, you guys have a buyback clause, right?
Buyback close for next summer.
But I thought it was the summer, though.
That's an agreement with the club, with Como and Madrid, and Nico Paz now given the green light as well. He's coming this Jan.
Do you think there's a role for him though in Real Madrid?
Yeah, he
like,
starts.
He's basically playing the right 10 with the Franco, where Franco be starting.
I was going to say, because when he was in your Castilla, he was a winger.
He was a winger.
When he went
But he
to
was
Como,
always,
he
for
became
me-
more of a 10.
For me, he was always the 10. His game is built around the 10 position behind the striker. And now, if Xabi Alonso want to stay with the 2 10s and 1 striker, where he played Jude and Rodrigo last game, he's going to have Nico Paz on that right hand side.
Yeah.
Would you
see that-
start him?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Would you start him
Would I start Nico Paz?
in your current team?
In the Franco position? Hell yes.
Yeah, he's better than Mastantuono.
Way better.
I think he's excellent.
He's
If he
excellent.
does leave in January, Como's gonna struggle, bro, for the last 6 months. They won't get Europe without him. But he's been incredible. Even against us, right? Against Juventus, he put in a beautiful cross on the first goal, the assist. He chopped my guy Cambiaso, left foot, second part, beautiful finish. He's
But
incredible.
He would only come if we give him the full confidence
has
that,
to play.
you
Yeah,
just
he
start
has
on
to
every
Yeah,
game.
because he's the main
Yeah,
man
main
at
man.
Como. He's about to play
I
European
don't know if
football
he'd accept
potentially
it
as well.
though. That's the thing.
I mean, I think he would because he literally turned down
January.
Spurs in the summer, bro, because he wants to go to
come
Real
back
Madrid
next summer.
eventually.
but bro, I'm saying I don't think he'd want to go back in January.
But
I think it's easier said than done. Rejecting Real Madrid, bro. I'm not
But
gonna lie.
6
If
months.
Perez calls,
He'll be there in
if
summer.
Perez picks up the phone and says, "Yo, let me bring you in a
Romano
little closer," you're gonna
Romano
play.
said Paz gave the green light. So
Yeah, obviously, if it happens, it happens.
I
But
think Madrid, man. I hear your logic.
but it's 6 months difference.
Logically, it makes sense. But I'm not gonna lie. If I'm a footballer and Real Madrid are telling me,
Yeah.
"Yo, you can come 6 months earlier, and we got a space ready for you, and you're gonna be putting him back,"
Yeah.
I'm there, bro. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie.
if
I'm
there's
there.
a guarantee of first
Yeah.
team football, then it could likely happen. Let's move on from Nico Paz anyway. We are officially in the top 10 now. Number 9 with 25 points, we have Pedri. I have him in at 6. Luca, you have him in at 6 as well. Liaz and Faisal don't have him in at all. Star player has him in at 7th. Amenia has him in at 5th. Hasib in 6th. Yeah.
Seems high.
thoughts? You guys?
I think he's missed a lot of time through injury.
He got injured the El Clasico game, and even before the El Clasico, there was a couple of games that he was in the Seville game, and a thing you could see he was tired. You could see he was exhausted. I think Pedri was sensational, the best midfielder in the world before the Paris Saint-Germain game, which was beginning of October. From October onwards, his level dipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Frankie became more important than him. And then he got injured. That's my logic.
I hear the Frankie thing, but
That's
for me,
my
I
logic.
just think the level he was playing at for almost like those first 2-3 months of the season was so high, I just couldn't ignore it. And I understand, obviously, he's had a few injury issues since then or whatever, but bro, he was looking like a cut above everybody. Like the conversation of Bellingham and all this one, like Pedri, we might be going on a Ballon d'Or run this year potentially. Do you know what I mean? And it just felt like he was running that midfield. I agree with the injuries. Frankie has stepped up, and I love that as well for him. But I just don't think you can ignore Pedri in terms of like best performing players this season. He has put down some of the best performances, in my opinion.
For a month and for till basically
Till
start of
October.
October. Start of October.
You could say, yeah,
So that's basically a month and a half.
2.5 months. When does the season start? August.
La Liga started mid-August.
So what? August, September, October. That's 2
Yeah,
months.
but for me, his level, if you watch Pedri, his level dipped from
Yeah.
after the Paris Saint-Germain game. And then he got injured El Clasico, which is the end of October.
Oh, without him as well, there's a big difference in that.
Oh,
Barcelona.
of
Way
course.
big. We're not
Sure.
questioning his importance or his
No,
quality.
I agree.
I'm not questioning.
Yeah.
Well, he
You
was
guys
the
are
best.
just talking in terms of pound for pound.
For me, a big thing is the injuries, man. I know he hasn't been injured as long as someone like João Neves, for example, but I went for players that, for me, like the whole season, I've just been watching them. I'm like, oh, there hasn't been any dip or injury, or you've just been consistent.
Yeah. Well, no, first Pedri in at 9th place, moving up.
Also, on Pedri, and I think there's a few other players like this. He is also, if we're being real, he's a victim of his own standards, right? So, because even Pedri's weaker performances,
Yeah, I
if
was
you want to
gonna
call
say,
it
like,
that,
when you said
it's
he
still
dropped
better
off.
than someone's
Yeah.
best
Yeah, yeah,
performance.
yeah, yeah.
It's,
So,
like, it's still up.
Yeah.
It might not be a 10, but it's still an 8.
realistically, we are hurt. He is being hurt by how good we know he is.
Yeah.
Like his best level, if he even drops a little below that, we're saying, oh, he's not at his best. That level is still better than most midfielders in the world.
Facts.
So, coming in number 8th, next up on 31 points, we have Declan Rice. I have him in 9th place. Faisal, you have him in at 10th. Liez, 8th place. Luca, you don't have him on the list at all. And then elsewhere, we have Sharky, who put him in at 6th place. Star player in 5th. Amenia, 10th. Fuizi, 10th. Hasib, 9th. Shaib 5th, and Chunks has put him in at 8th. It seems like pretty much everyone but you on the list has Declan Rice.
I probably should have had him in.
I probably should let you take the floor first then. Why don't you have him in?
To be honest, it just didn't cross my mind. I had one Arsenal player in there. I didn't want to show too many props, you know.
No, fair.
No, but he's been incredible this season, and no, he probably should be in.
For me, he's consistent, bro.
Yeah.
With Declan Rice.
That's
Like
what I
I
feel
just
like.
think, again, you talk about maintaining an 8 out of 10 level seemingly every single game. I never
Yeah.
see Declan Rice drop stinkers per se. We talk about Arsenal's threat off set pieces with all the glaze that Gabriel gets, and rightfully so. I'm sorry, I feel like people are forgetting that a set piece is only as good as the guy who's crossing it in,
Yeah.
and his set pieces are ridiculous. I'm talking like
Best in Europe.
He's probably the best crosser of a dead ball right now in Europe's top 5 leagues. The pace he hits it with, the accuracy he can to continuously put it in that same position every single game. I remember when did I go and see them? I just no, you know what? It was Cam who was telling me this actually. Cam was telling me he went early to an Arsenal game, and basically, way before anyone even comes out for warm-ups, him and Saka are literally just taking crosses to absolutely no one and just whipping it into that same area time and time and time
Yeah.
again. So Declan Rice has become a master at that. We know his work off the ball. We know in terms of carrying the ball as well too. I think he's invaluable to
Yeah,
that
I don't
team.
think he's missed a beat this year. And I actually think Zubimendi coming in has almost platformed them to another level.
Yeah,
if
they're a
that
great
makes
duo
sense. It's-
together.
They're
Yeah.
they're a perfect combination, honestly. Moving up next, 33 points. We have a man who has probably been in more debates with him over the past 2 years. Moises Caicedo coming in at 7th place. I have him in at 8th. Faisal, you have him in at 7th. Liaz, you have him in at 6th.
7th.
Once again, Luca, you don't have him on your list.
Yeah, I got him at 7.
Sharky has him in at 8th. Star player 6th. Amenia 9th. Fuizi 8th. Hasib 5th. And Chunks has him in at 9th.
Oh.
I almost feel like you could say the same things we've just said about Declan Rice, but with Caicedo as well. And this season, he's added a couple of key goals. I remember the one against Tottenham where he just absolutely rifled it in. But I think technically he gets overlooked so often and gets seen as like a ground eater or so much for his defensive work. But I think he's actually a complete midfielder, in my opinion.
And I fully agree. And the only difference is, you mentioned earlier, Declan Rice had Scott Zubimendi next to him. Most of the season Chelsea,
It's been rotating.
It's been him.
Yeah.
So he has to do a job for himself and the person next to him.
Yeah.
He's been, for me, the best defensive midfielder in the world this season. And I've been saying it. He's been one of the best midfielders in the whole world. It's not just the Premier League. People keep only labeling it Premier League, brother. It's the whole world.
Yeah.
He's been insane this season. Absolutely incredible. He's too good.
No. If I,
Oh, he's going to use that.
no, I'll be honest. Look, Caicedo's an incredible midfielder, like Phil said.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if he's not my kind of six. I prefer Modric, right? I prefer those kind of sixes, those kind of Registas. They're different molds though, so it comes down to picking at thin hairs. So I wanted to give more props to Paz and Modric, who I've seen more of compared to Caicedo. But when I have seen Caicedo, he's been elite. But for me, these guys have been equally as good in their respective positions in terms of Paz in the 8, Modric in the 6. That's why I wanted to give more props to them. But Caicedo's incredible, and he definitely can be top 10
I
for sure.
have to be real. I think Caicedo is a surefire bet for this, man. Honestly, you're talking about a team sitting in second that's missed their best player all throughout the season. I think a large reason for that is Caicedo. Bro, again, consistency. Maybe that's the most important trait when you're talking about a midfielder. You're sitting in that engine room. You cannot afford a player slipping below the standard. But Caicedo's standard has been so ridiculously high this season. On the ball, in terms of threading the needle, in terms of line-splitting passes, in terms of bursting forward, creating chances, winning penalties, winning the ball high up, then defending his back four, scoring goals. He's literally an all-action midfielder, all-in-one, doing everything for Chelsea right now.
The thing I love about him the most as well is like you get the feeling that he loves defending.
Yeah.
You know, like
He
some
loves
players
it,
they thrive.
He
in those
embraces,
tackles.
he embraces it.
Yeah.
Bro, like they just throw themselves into
That one on,
everything and
was it
they'll hold
Fermin
back.
yesterday? Or was
Firmino,
it on Ferran?
yeah,
I think it
the
might have been
Ferran,
yeah.
Ferran.
Loves it. He loves it.
His,
And I
you know,
always think
his timing of his tackles is
it's
insane.
elite. And I think
Insane.
that is an actual skill that is so often overlooked. People just think, oh, defenders just throw themselves at the ball. But I think there's few players who master that skill. And I think he's one of them.
For me,
in
that's
terms
three.
of timing.
For me, the best three in the timing of the tackles is him, Deckers, and Camavinga. When
I think Camavinga's
Camavinga's a
right
great
up.
whenever I see them
Yeah.
behind, because bro, tackling a player behind,
You know what
it's
Camavinga
difficult.
does a special? The scoop tackle.
Yeah, that's hard.
Scoop tackle. Lam used to do that special
Wan
as well.
Bissaka,
Man,
that's
it
Wan
gets me going.
Bissaka's
Scoop
right.
that one, that one.
They already gone this way.
No, bro, it gets me going.
Bro,
it's so good.
insane.
I think
so
with,
good.
with Caicedo, man, he's just you know what I like about Caicedo, bro? He's serious, man. Honest, he's a general, bro.
Yeah.
He's like a no-nonsense, just bully in there right now, bro. So
I'm telling you,
at
man,
the moment,
there's-
he's proven me wrong, by the way, because
there's
I
a-
remember Caicedo for me for a while. I was looking at him like the price tag. Are you really getting that kind of
remember
value?
that, yeah.
But, bro, he's proven me so wrong with that one, man. Honestly, you can't find a fault in his game right
Listen, I always say, when you're performing, nobody ever remembers
Yeah,
your price tag.
100%.
I
That's
have
true.
not heard his price tag
For a
mentioned
minute.
in a long
For a
time.
minute. Yeah.
Same as Rice.
Yeah, same.
Facts.
Moving on now, sixth place, coming up to 36 points. We have Lamine Yamal.
Really?
Yes, he is in sixth place. I have him in fifth. Faisal has him in fifth. Luca has him in fifth. Liaz, you don't even have him on your list.
No, I
so that
don't.
really is confusing because if you voted for him, he would have been higher up.
sure.
Sharky has him in fifth. Rinity has him in sixth. Fuizi seventh. Hasib eighth. And yeah, and that's it. Lamine Yamal. Faisal, talk to me a little bit about Lamine
Fifth,
this
really?
season.
He's been out for about 5-6 games, and he's the only person that I've in my list who's been out with injury
Injuries.
for about 5-6 games. But his input is incredible. He's got more GAs than even games played, and this season Barcelona has not been great, especially now. They haven't been great, but whenever they try to score or even try to create, it comes down on the right hand side by Lamine Yamal. The rest, Rashford, it's all Lamine Yamal giving you everything. But every time Barca wants to win, even, bro, that's 2 games in specifically, when Barca was going through that period of not winning. The Paris Saint-Germain game, that one half, it was all Lamine Yamal, but Lamine Yamal wasn't healthy to play that game. But the game before, when he came back against Sociedad, Barca was 1-1. And Barca was struggling against Sociedad.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal comes on after 1 minute, just being on the pitch, he assists Leo. So everything goes down to Lamine Yamal. For me, I think this season, even though he hasn't played as much in terms of the other players I've got on my list, he's been sensational.
Yeah, for me, look, I think Lamine Yamal, when everyone is at their best level, I think he's the best player in the world. For me, for me, it's the injuries. Like I said, similar to Pedri and similar to João Neves, I took into account a lot how much you've been fit, and even when he has played, he hasn't been playing at 100% match fitness, which I think has impacted him. And then also for me, a big thing is the big games. I don't really blame it completely on Lamine because I think at times, bro, teams are setting up to triple team him, and I don't think Barca platform him well enough to actually receive the ball in optimal positions. But for me, against Madrid, against Chelsea yesterday, and what was the other game?
First half he
PSG.
was okay,
first
but
half he
then
was good.
He's okay, but for me,
Cucurella
fifth
shut
best
him
player
down,
in the
yeah.
world. That's what we're saying based on
Yeah.
this season. To put him in fifth, I don't think he's been out of fifth. His best games have been outstanding, but for me, I don't think there's been enough of those games this season for me to put him in fifth. Maybe putting him in my list, maybe I misstepped there, but
I
fifth for me is a
still
little
think
high.
even with the injuries, as you said, like when he has played, you still feel his quality.
Of
And I
course,
think
he's
it's
the best in the
a
world for
similar
me.
thing with what you said about Pedri, where they're almost a victim of their own success.
Sure.
Where he played at such a level last year, you're almost comparing him to that standard. When for any other player, this would still be a top season, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I still think he has made a difference,
Yeah.
even in those games where Barca have
has.
been poor. He seems like the only bright light, and I'm like still looking at it like, bro, you're still 18. The fact that you're the captain of this ship is insane for me. So I had to almost
think fifth-
put him in because of that.
He's-
Maybe I'm being generous
he
putting
belo-
him fifth.
No,
but I
he
think
belongs in 4, 5, 6 as of with the injury. But if he wasn't injured, he
Yeah,
would be.
five.
Oh, he'd be
would
number one on my
try.
list.
That's
of
why,
course.
but that's why he
Of
belongs
course.
in the list, even with the injury.
Has Yamal had a better season than Caicedo? I don't know if I can say that,
can't
bro.
com- you
He's a
can't
better
compare-
player.
you
No,
can't-
but of
different
course
positions.
but you are comparing them. This
Yeah.
list is about comparing the top 10 performers in Europe. Has he performed better than Caicedo? I don't think I can say that. Even though I think his best level is better than
think that's fair.
Caicedo's, but I don't think I could
I
put
think
him with
that's fair.
Caicedo.
I think that's fair. Let's move on from Lamine Yamal in 6th place to 5th place with 38 points, 2 points ahead of Lamine, is Gabriel Magalhaes. Faisal, you have him in at 9th. Luca, you have him in at 7th. I don't have him on my list at all. Liaz has him in at 5th. Sharky doesn't have him on his list either. Star Player doesn't have him on his list either. Amenia, 6th place. Rinity, 8th place. Fuizi doesn't have him on his list. Hasib, 7th. Shaib, 3rd. And Chunks, 5th. Talk to me about Gabriel, boys. I look, the reason why I didn't put him in, I felt like there were other players like a Xhaka, for example, who I wanted to give the nod to in terms of performances because of the team he's playing at and kind of pound for pound, if you like. But I do think Gabriel is immense in terms of the past 3 seasons, if you like. He's been borderline flawless. And the way he's become a weapon in terms of set pieces and going forward, it's a whole animal that we haven't seen since Ramos, in my opinion, a set piece threat to that degree. So talk to me a little bit about him. Why have you not got him?
I think he's been the best centre back in the world this season.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing his jump now. I think even his ball playing, he's incredible. Ball playing, he can make any
Do you
passes.
think that gets overlooked because he's such a dual winning machine?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think ball playing, he's got the 2 passes which I think a centre back needs to have: the line breaking and the switches, all the way to Saka. And then, bro, his set piece is, as you said, Ramos. But his set pieces, he's a scorer and an assister. He's
He
got
can flick
them
it back.
He's got them ones where
Ramos was straight to goal.
he's got them ones. He's got like 2, 3 assists, fam, just by
He's
corners.
the biggest lob threat in the game, bro. This guy's Blake Griffin, bro. I'm telling you, man. Seriously.
Lob City.
Deckers is Chris Paul. This guy's Blake Griffin.
He's too good.
And
Nah,
crazy,
insane. Anything you don't want to add on
no,
Gabriel?
for me, I have
I
to
agree.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I made this point a few times. I'm just going to say it again. Like, I feel like Gabriel did the hardest thing in football, and that's completely killing a narrative. We're talking about Upamecano in terms of how long it's taking. Even still, I feel he hasn't really shaken off that tag of Bozo. Gabriel is the original, right? Gabriel, in his first season in
David
England,
Luiz,
developed
that
such
team, yeah.
a tag of being a Bozo, being a liability that stuck with him for so long. But I think that's the hardest thing to do, is actually completely change the narrative around you. And now Gabriel is seen as a no-nonsense, solid, consistent center back. That's an incredible feat for him.
Yeah. I thought he was hopeless. Genuinely,
Yeah,
when
but
he
most
first came to
people
Premier
did,
League.
and it stuck with him for so long.
Yeah.
He's been now a top 3, top 5 center back in the world for
Yeah.
last 4 years.
Yeah. And he's outshining Saliba, which says a lot.
I think Saliba though is becoming now slept on. I
Yeah.
can't lie.
No,
I think Saliba's impact is starting to become.
I think it
because
exchanges
Gabriel is so
both
loud in the
ways, innit?
goals and stuff. I feel like Saliba is low key.
But then last year or the year before, you would have felt like it was the other way, where Saliba was getting all the praise for being the cool, composed one, and Gabriel was just being overlooked.
No, the
despite
two of them as a tandem, it's the
dominating.
best partnership in the
It's
game.
yin and yang.
Yeah.
It's yin
I
and
still
yang.
prefer Saliba though. I think Gabriel's performances have been bad, but I'd rather have Saliba in my
I
team.
think it's fair. I think that's absolutely fair. I
Same.
think if Real Madrid needed a center back tomorrow, they would probably go for. They might still go for Saliba over Gabriel. Yeah.
I prefer the Gabriel style defender, but I understand.
Yeah, you love
what
those
mean.
kind of
Let's not forget as well
that
too.
front foot aggressiveness. That requires more heart than
But
being
the
the cool
tele-
customer.
Hey, they're very different.
Yeah, you like. I mean, look. Last season, Gabriel went down, and Saliba held it down with Kivior next to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With all due respect to Kivior, he held it down.
I mean, even those couple games you missed now, Hincapi, is it?
Hincapi.
So
Yeah,
Saliba
Mosquera.
deserves his credit as well too.
Mosquera as well, fair play, to be fair. Let's move on from Gabriel on 38 points.
Where are we? Fourth now?
We're in 4th place now, and there is a
have the same
significant
four.
Yeah, I think
jump
everyone will have
here.
it.
I think this is the most unanimous fourth place. He's got 79 points. It's Michael Elise. I have him fourth. Faisal has him fourth. You have him fourth. You have him fourth. Sharky has him fourth. Star Player has him fourth. Amenya has him seventh. Rinity has him fourth. Fuizi has him sixth. Hasib has him fourth. Shuaib has him fourth. Chunks has him fourth.
Everyone's got 4.
Everyone's got him fourth.
Because top three is
I
the
think-
obvious, isn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause top
and
three
I
is
think
the obvious.
Elise was close to third for me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Speak on it.
It was really,
because
really close
I
for
feel
me.
like me and you have actually we've missed each other on pods, but we've been running the propaganda the right way.
I
'Cause for
love
me,
Michael Elise.
I saw when Musiala went down early in the season, I was like, oh, there's an opportunity here. Either Harry Kane is going to start doing the drop into the 10 role and try and be a creator, or Elise is going to grab this by the scruff of the neck. And he has taken it and not looked back. And I thought last season he was good, but there was inconsistent moments. This year, though, there's a killer instinct that he's just developed in that final third, I feel like. And there's a level of consistency now that you're getting at both club and country. But tell me what you've seen this year.
I think in football, there's a difference between a star and a superstar. I think Michael Elise became a star when he joined Bayern Munich. Last season, he was one of the best players in the Bundesliga. This season, he has developed into a superstar. This is one of the best players in the game, bro. The consistency, the output, the flair, the ability, the big game performances. There's nothing really missing from his arsenal. And the only reason I have him narrowly missing out on the three is because I think the numbers that they put up from a goal scoring position is crazy. But he's actually not that far behind when you're looking at goal contributions. I mean, I don't love that stat, right? But if we're going to take it seriously for
His
attackers,
outputs are good.
his output is incredibly good. And I like him because for me, his assists are real. I think a lot of dudes be getting assists. I mean, we saw it in midweek with England, but for me, it's not even just Foden. He's just the latest example. There's a lot of dudes who are stat padding assists that aren't real in my book.
shovel pass.
Michael
They're
Elise's
creative
assists
players,
are real,
yeah.
bro. They hold weight. Honestly, he is creative, man. His crossing, his passing, his intricacy, and like you said as well too, the way he's accepted the creative responsibility on his shoulders in Musiala's absence. The way he performed this weekend against Freiburg, going down 2 goals. Him and Leonard Carl are the guys who pushed that team back into the game.
That might be the best individual performance we've seen.
Bro,
this
2
season.
goals. Bro,
Yeah.
Michael Elise this season
was it,
has been
5 goal
stupendous.
Yeah,
man.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said at the start of the year, right, we keep talking about this big 3 of right wingers in Salah, Saka, and Yamal. Right, and that seemed to be like a pretty solid 3. Like no one was really getting into that. But I said at the end of last season, going into this one, I think we need to keep an eye out on Elise because I think he's rapidly knocking on that door. And I look at Salah obviously dropping in performances this season. I don't think Saka has been at his individual best. I think Elise's got a real shout now to beat. I don't think he's sneaking there.
he's number one
I think he's knocking on that door.
Yeah.
If he hasn't opened it already, for me, he's there now, man.
Bayern Munich, I can see them doing a deep Champions League run. France, you know they're going to do damage.
Yeah,
at the
and he's a
World Cup.
huge part of both of
He's
them.
going to play a huge part in both of them.
It could be a Ballon d'Or charge if France win the World Cup. He wins
That's
the
where
Champions
I
League.
was always thinking this year. I'm waiting for that almost breakout season. Like I always said, 2 players, him and Isaac, like 2 or 3 years ago. I remember being on the pod and saying if they have an injury-free season, we could see some freakish players. But now, what are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing.
Oh.
Ballon d'Or charge, as in you.
No,
you guys,
no. In terms of he's just in the
No,
top
if he
10.
wins-
Okay,
if he wins-
not winning the Ballon d'Or,
scared
but
me,
just
scared
being in that
You
conversation.
say it's scary. Hold on. Why
But
does
here's
it
the
scare
thing,
you?
If
Because
France go on to win the World Cup, if
And
Bayern
Bayern
Munich win the
Champions
Champions
League,
League,
he could
and
easily
he is
win it.
playing a key
I don't
part
think
in
he will
both.
because
could
either if
easily.
I don't think
Jamal was getting shouts this year. Come on.
because
I'm
if
looking at
he
Vinicius
because
2 years
if he wins if he wins the Champions League, all the credit goes to Harry. Even if he wins both, even if it
Mbappe,
was
Kane,
both,
you're saying?
it would be either Mbappe Kane.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be him.
For me,
but if he's really important in both
What
terms
he's
of-
doing within it is what can't be
Exactly.
denied. And as much as Kane is pulling his weight with the goals, you can't deny that Olise is also doing
But we just
his
said
thing.
he's the 4th best performing player of the year. That gets him damn near the
100%.
podium, bro.
And I think what you touched on as well is at every level he's been at, the way he's adapted to it from
Doesn't skip
coming
a
up
beat.
from the Championship to the Premier League. You didn't even feel that
What is
jump.
that, Reading? I'm not saying at Reading long. You remember that DM?
What? He's texting babes like, yeah, I'm only here for the short term, babes. Don't worry.
Prem soon come.
Prem
bro.
soon come, you know what I mean? Then he goes to Palace though, and he's easily looking eye to eye with Eze.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, we're running this shit together. Goes to Bayern Munich last season, didn't struggle. The France, that's where I thought, ooh, are you going to have a bit of adaptation?
agree,
Because
'cause that's
Dembele,
superstars
Mbappe,
there, man, yeah.
these are like big guns. And you're still building your name.
Nah,
He said,
nah.
no problem. So
He doesn't.
every
Bro, he's got
level,
ice water through his veins, bro. He
he's
don't
just-
feel pressure.
he's
But
an
I'm not
absolute
gonna lie.
monster.
For me, he was close to number 3. I don't know if we all have the same number 3, but he was damn near number 3, man.
I will be honest. Let's move on to number 3, who has 92 points. And I think, yes, you are correct. It's a very unanimous number 3 because All four of us have him in third place. It's Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, it was close for me.
Sharky had him in first place. Star player has him in third. Amenia second. Rinity third. Fuizi third. Hasib third. Shuaib 10th.
Wow.
And Chunks third. Shuaib, do you want to come on camera? for this
10th
segment
place.
to
Nah, come on.
just explain
He's
your
always
thoughts?
trying to clap
'Cause,
and get involved.
you're
Yeah?
the-
Nah, come on.
For this
Come
segment,
on.
I want you to actually come.
Nah. You
Come.
That's you. Nah, you gotta come. You gotta come.
This is the
You gotta
host
come.
calling you on,
10th
brother.
place.
I need you to explain your logic.
Shai, you can't clap whatever you want. Yeah.
There's no mic. We can't hear you from there.
Nah. Defend your position, bro. If you're not, hold on. There should be a rule on SDS now. If you're not willing to defend your position when called upon, don't be involved in the list. How about that?
You are risking your place on all future lists
that
right
should be
here.
that should be a rule.
Come on, bro. 2 minutes. Come. Just come.
So what? You did your list on no reasons. So this is what the dudes for voting on lists right now.
Come, talk to us briefly.
Your hair looks good, man. Don't worry, bro. Come on. You look good, man. Come on.
Put your jacket back on. Man. Take a seat. Explain to us. Kylian Mbappe in 10th place. Get the slap ready.
Alright, just don't slap me now.
I'll try.
10th place, Mbappe. Your thoughts?
Do you know what it is? So I rushed my list.
Oh.
But listen. I'll be honest. I wanted to prop, like he did before, I wanted to prop Xhaka a bit more. I wanted to prop Nico Paz a bit more. So I was like, you know what? Let me push him down.
So the dude to sacrifice for those guys.
I pushed him down. And then I kept pushing him down without realizing that makes sense. Like, and I was like, wait, then I want to push Gabriel up. Wait, I want to put Modric in now. So I kept pushing him down to the point he got to 10th, and I was like...
So basically, this is not actually your opinions. You just use this list to push your personal agendas.
I don't think so, because I think...
Do you think
those
Xhaka
players,
do you think Xhaka's performed better than Mbappe this season? No, you don't. This is nasty work. This is nasty.
Bro, I'm
the
not gonna-
legitimacy of this tier
Bro,
list is already in jeopardy now, bro.
but you gotta be honest, bro. Sometimes we need to prop these other players, bro. We're always giving Mbappe props. We're giving these guys props.
Yeah, you get it.
You knew everyone else was going to do the work.
Yeah, like, bro, I knew he was gonna get there.
Hold on. How many behind second was Mbappe?
No, he was far behind. He wouldn't have got there. Far behind. So even if no, that's a lot of points, bro.
17 points.
So
So
Yeah,
that would have been 9 points. That could have been 9 points, 8 points
but
right there,
it
bro.
wouldn't have added anything.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have changed anything.
Did everyone have him in top 10 though? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone had him top
I
10.
think sometimes, man, some of these players deserve to get prop, man.
You know what?
Yeah, they
First,
deserve to
man.
get brought in 8th
Thank
place
you,
or
man.
9th place, bro.
First, man.
So it's not the end of the
Nah, I hear it.
Regardless, it's gonna be third.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's gonna be third.
Imagine everyone thought like him, though. Like, you want to bring up Kenneth. Come get Imagine. Imagine everyone does that, though. He's going to bring in Kenan, right? What the hell's going on here, bro?
I'd put him first in that case.
Listen,
fam.
I'm surprised Kenan didn't make it for you, to be fair.
But
But
to be fair, I could have had him in there.
yeah, I'm like, yo.
You're an honest dude, man.
Last
Yeah, but I
night,
tried
I'm like
to-
heroics as well. I
Hey, it
like,
was great
man,
last night, yeah.
whew, that boy is the truth. But Kylian Mbappe, talk to me, Faisal. You were saying, obviously, your Madrid players that you were ranking. He is the number one. Talk to me about Kiki.
If we did this last month, he'll be first. But the last
I like your first pick, by the way.
the last five games, he needs to do way better. Like, and it's a problem. We've got a personal problem. We don't know whether is because one game we ask him to drop deep, another game we ask him, no, actually, brother, don't drop deep, just stay up. And when he does stay up, he makes the right runs. No one finds him. So we now have a personal problem whether. Are we giving him what he wants? Or is Xavi trying to do it? We've got a massive personal problem, but it hasn't taken anything away from him because he's still giving goals. And at the moment, I said it a couple weeks ago, we are now the risk of becoming City. Whereas if Haaland doesn't score for City,
Yeah.
City don't
You're
win.
in trouble.
And the last 3 games, Mbappe hasn't scored for Real Madrid.
You struggled.
We haven't won 3 games.
Yeah.
So now we've got an issue, but it doesn't help when the manager comes out in the press conferences and rather than saying, no, we want everyone to play well, he only said, Mbappe hasn't scored, we have to do better. No, brother. Real Madrid have to do better. So at the moment, we're in a mess, bro, but it hasn't taken anything away from
A
him.
lot of
What do you
Mbappe
think-
goals are penalties, by the way. Huh? Let's keep that in mind
Well,
as
you
well.
can say that last year as well. But do you
And
think
I
there's
wouldn't
a-
have put him third in my list
do
last year. I'll
do
tell you that right
there's
now.
a big difference between him last year and this year? And if so, what are those differences?
His mentality is different because this year he knows is redemption, fam. I compared it off season. I compared it to I don't know if you NBA LeBron 2012. Whereas if he doesn't deliver this season, ma'a salama,
After the
brother.
Mavs, yeah.
Ma'a salama because Paris Saint-Germain won it last year. World Cup season, which is your season. This is a massive legacy season for Mbappe. I know we use legacy season a bit too much, but this is a legacy season.
It can
Because
turn the
if he
narrative
doesn't
of his
deliver,
career.
if he doesn't
Yeah.
deliver the season, God bless him, wallahi. God bless him, because I don't think no one will support him. I'm not gonna support him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not hard to do, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
You're a fickle guy. For me, look, I
You
think
go back to Lacazette, wallahi.
I agree with Faisal. I think he's the difference in this season is mentality. I think he looks slimmer as well too. I thought that last season there were times where he was looking stocky, not fat, but like he wouldn't look as explosive as Kylian Mbappe as we know. So I think this season at an individual level he has massively improved. But for me, I'm not gonna lie with Mbappe. He's one of my favorite players in the game. At times I've called him the best player in the world, but I feel like the way he's playing at the moment, personally, I think it inhibits his team a little bit. I think it becomes a bit of the Mbappe show, where all of a sudden all the play has to go through him. He drops deep when he wants to. He moves out to the left when he wants to. When as a center forward, I think Real Madrid as a team need more from him. Kylian Mbappe is always going to get his numbers, right?
Yeah.
He could score 40 goals for Bournemouth, in my opinion, right? But I think to lead the. Why? What's so funny about that? Bournemouth is the first club that came to mind. Burnley, does Burnley work better? No, I'm trying to make an example.
I get your point.
He'll score goals at any level. He's an amazing player. But I think for what Real Madrid need from their center forward right now, it isn't just enough to be scoring goals.
Yeah.
Right? I think he needs to be doing more for the team, which is why I have the other two ahead of them where I do.
That's fair. Is there not a degree though of you always play to your best players?
Yeah,
terms of
but
you
the
put
best
everything through them.
Again, of course, but you can play through Kylian Mbappe. For me, Kylian Mbappe is almost holding himself back at times from playing to his best level. Because I think Kylian Mbappe's best attribute is his pace, right? And his finishing ability. So therefore, a player like that should constantly be on the last line, trying to run in behind, trying to stretch defenses. And in turn, that should open up the game for a lot of other players. But the way Kylian Mbappe is playing right now is the way he wants to play. He wants to drift on the left. He wants to drop deep. You're going to score goals, but I feel like he could score even more goals and help his team even more
that little bit
doing
more
that.
discipline,
Yeah.
No, fair. 92 points in third place for Kylian Mbappe anyway. Number 2 on 109 points, we have Harry Kane. I've had him in second place. Faisal, you actually had
You
him
had him in second
first
place, Fuad.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah, you had him in first place. Liaz and Luca, you had him in second place as well. I think everybody else on the list pretty much had him in second place, barring Amenia, who had him in third, and Fuizi, who had him in first. Talk to me. How comes you had him in first place?
First and second, I was like
Splitting hairs.
I was like, I don't know. It's like 50-50.
a coin.
I don't know who to give it to. The only reason why I gave it to Kane is that's the only reason, because his team is first, Champions League first, and he's got more GAs. That's it. I think, and Haaland this season, that's been 3 games he hasn't scored. And then for Kane, I don't know. It just became 50.
Yeah.
50-50.
so close.
I
And
just
of
give it
course,
to
do
Kane.
you know what? I might as well mention it. With 116 points, number 1, it is Haaland. We might as well discuss kind of both anyway. Faisal, I think you had him second. Everybody else pretty much had him first. Fuzi had him second as well.
Yeah.
But the difference for me was, I think what you said there was almost, I thought, the opposite way. Haaland is playing for me in a worse team. And because he's doing so much of the carrying, like literally without him, we wouldn't even be talking about City in this.
Yeah.
Could they be in a title race? And as you said, when he doesn't score, they literally look like an average side. And I've said this season, I'm really looking at some of those other guys to step up and be that running mate. The likes of Cherky, the likes of Foden, the likes of Doku, Reinders even. You all need to play your part to help this man, because you have a one-of-one freak of nature who
Facts.
last season I felt like dipped a little bit, but this season for me has
Hey, he was injured as
taken his
well.
game. Yeah, but this season has taken his game to another level as well. I think the link up, the hold up play, his movement has always been second to none, but I still feel like he's improving this year, his all-round game.
Yeah.
And I just can't ignore it. And for me, Harry Kane, I know what he is, and he's just doing what I expect him to be doing in a league that I expect him to be doing that in. And with playing with Elise as well, I think kind of makes it a little bit easier with someone who's naturally that creative. And that's the only reason why I kind of pipped Haaland. I'm like, you're in a more difficult situation. You deserve a little bit more credit for what
what
you're
Haaland did as well too for Norway was the
that's what I was gonna
difference.
say.
Of
Getting
course,
them to
Harry
their
Kane
first-
scores every game for England, so that's not taking anything away from Kane. Like we said, it's margins, but to do what he did this World Cup qualifying round with Norway, who haven't qualified for the World Cup since 1998,
Insane.
and it's not
Bro,
like
I'll be real. I'll call
Oh,
them.
yeah, you-
Obviously, they did
you wake up
also
in
over
cold
to us. But I called them Haaland and friends. It's just him and his mates.
No, but here's the thing: it's a golden generation for Norway, right? I don't want to take anything away from them. Sorloth contributed at times.
Oscar Bob.
Has been coming back from injury.
Odegaard.
Odegaard has missed huge games for them through injury
Yeah.
as well too. So it's a golden generation. But let's call it what it is. The generation's on his back, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
is
yeah.
the golden generation. If he's not there, it's kind of looking a
He's
little
there,
medium.
Zlatan.
He is unbelievable what he's doing right now. And I agree with you completely in terms of his technical game right now. Hold up, link up, all that stuff. What I love the most about Haaland as well, too, though, this season, I feel like he's embracing the fact that he's bigger, stronger, and faster than everybody. Not to say that he wasn't doing that before, but I felt there were times in the past few seasons where if a guy is playing a bit too physical on him, he will almost kind of, not go in his shell, but he'll allow himself to kind of be dominated in that sense. Like I always said what Rudiger did to him a few years ago is unacceptable for a player like Haaland because he's too big, too strong, too fast, too all-world to be letting any defender do what they did. This season, you look at that Brentford goal in particular, that goal where he's receiving it over the top and he's wrestling with, I can't even remember who was it, Ben Mir? I can't even remember who he was doing it. No, not Ben Mir. Ben Mir's gone, I think,
Kite.
right? No, it was because Brentford, bro.
Oh.
I can't remember who exactly it was that he was doing that to.
That was a nuts finish.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
for
yeah, I
me, it's
know
not
which
even
one
about the
it's
finish. The
about,
finish is great. He's a great finisher. But it's just the way he easily just shook. Like, get off me, bro. I'm Erling Haaland. That's what I want to see more of from him. And you look at, as well, too, like you said, the sheer amount of City's goals that he has. City's second top goal scorer in the league has 1 goal, bro. Like, this is a one-man ship going forward right now. The other guys are playing well. Doku's playing well. But can someone please score some goals to help this guy, man?
I think he's the most prolific out-and-out striker I've seen. Genuinely.
Yeah,
in
probably,
my
yeah,
life.
for sure. As a
It's
9, yeah, for
ridiculous.
sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think it's also one of the best individual World Cup qualifying campaigns ever from a player. Maybe
Agreed.
the best.
Agreed.
Could be the best.
It's
Like
up
what he
there.
did.
Relatively, it might be the best.
Yeah, for Norway, 6 wins from 6.
It's ridiculous.
Like, we're not good.
Even though Amora
but-
for Algeria right now is doing bits right now, man. You know, the
Hey, he's a good
top
player.
scorer
Yeah,
for
he's in the Bundesliga.
Amora, you don't know him. Yeah, you gotta casual.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
find out soon. Next
Educate
month,
me, bro.
Huh?
Educate me.
You know what it is? AFCON coming up, World Cup coming up soon. Amora from
It's
Wolfsburg.
amore.
Amora from Wolfsburg. You don't know about it, man.
My friend told me to watch out for
I
it.
think joint top goal scorer in African qualifying. So we do pack that thing too, man.
All right, well, look, that's the top 10 list. We'll just run through it one more time. Nico Paz in at number 10, Pedri in at number 9, Declan Rice at number 8, Moises Caicedo at number 7, Lamine Yamal coming in at number 6. Number 5 is Gabriel. Number 4, Michael Olise. Number 3, Kylian Mbappe. Harry Kane at number 2, and Erling Haaland is number 1. But just to wrap it up, let's do managers as well, shall we? Who is the best performing manager this season? And I feel like this is a tough one.
It's between two for me.
There's 2. I feel
Is
like
there
that are
more
the
than
front
2?
runners.
I think there's a few that deserve like
could
mentions.
could there be Gasparini getting a mention?
What he's doing good. What he's
Roma.
doing is
He's doing
impressive.
good with
He's got
Roma.
Roma in first, bro. Was that
Roma.
the expectation to start the season?
Bro, I expected
That
them
was-
to get top 4 though.
But they're first.
Yeah, but they won't
I
stay there
expected
for long.
Arsenal to finish top 4, but they're first.
But they won't stay there for long, Roma. They don't have the squad
But
depth.
so far, it's not. What's
that's
it called?
what
They've lost their head-to-heads though as well. They lost to Milan, for example. Then I'll put Allegri there. Allegri's won.
I
all
think
his
Allegri's
head-to-heads.
another one I would put
Allegri's
forward
been
as
better
well,
than Gasparini. He's won all his head-to-heads and drew away at
For
Juventus.
me, that's a valid shout.
Yo, he hates Roma, you know?
I don't even hate Roma. I don't care about Roma.
That's Gasparini.
I don't care about
Was this the Coop
Gasparini and
miners
Roma.
deal? What is
Yeah,
it?
maybe a bit of that as well. I don't care about Gasparini and Roma.
This is how we gotta get you on.
I don't care about him, man. Me neither. I don't
worry
care
about my
I don't
team,
care
man.
about Guardiola and City, man. Honestly, bro.
I don't care about him either.
What about Spalletti?
Ow!
That's the most Italian.
That's the most
yeah.
Italian.
He's not number 1. Come on, man. Be serious. Be serious, man.
Vincent Company.
Tino.
Vincent Company are that tough.
Coaching anymore.
Vincent Company, I think, is the front runner in my opinion. But then, of course, you've also got Arteta as well.
I think the two of them for me are 1 and 2 right now.
Where are we gonna lay?
I think, look, if you ask me tomorrow, it might change. They play tonight, so maybe that helps you pick. But
That's why we're doing this right now.
I think with Bayern, right, I feel for them sometimes, honestly. Their fans, their players, the club, because it feels like they have to do way more than any other team to actually get their dues. Like, even when they started the season with a complete winning run every single game, people were saying, it's the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And it only took once they beat Bayern, PSG and comprehensively beat them for people to say, oh, yo, they might actually be serious. Whereas other teams, they go on winning runs. You don't stop hearing about them. So I want to say Company, but I know people are going to be, oh, he has an easier run of games. But what Arteta is doing as well, too, is fantastic. So I would edge at the Company.
I mean, both teams top of their tables. Both teams both tied at the top of the Champions
Same
League
amount of
on 12
losses as well,
points.
too.
Yeah, same amount of losses. I think Arsenal have conceded 0 goals in the Champions League.
I'm even saying in the
as well.
league, I think they both lost 1 game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
yeah. So yeah, very, very close. I will go Company. Where are you going?
I'm going Graham Arnold. Iraq manager, man. Come on, man. We're making it there, baby. We're making it there, baby. Iraq,
So
2026.
you haven't even made it, and you're putting him
He
there.
hasn't even made it to a 40.
What about the Curacao coach? Cape Verde coach.
You know who the
New
Curacao coach is?
Caledonian.
You know who the Curacao coach is?
Huh?
You know who the Curacao coach is?
Ooh. Give me a hint.
You should know him.
Goose Hiddink.
Nah, close.
Oh.
Who is it? Alright, if you think, do it. Good setting. Who else do you think? I almost said the name right there.
Dick Advocat.
Yeah.
It's the same Yo, it's like the same circle of chairman. Hey, that is funny.
Fair play.
Yeah. He took
That's
them to the World
insane.
Cup. You know who's the coach of what's it called? Uzbekistan. Took him to the World Cup as well too.
Should I know this?
Yeah.
Dutch?
No.
Oh.
World Cup winner.
Player?
Yeah.
Oh.
What nation?
Italy.
Oh.
Cannavaro.
Yeah.
What?
Cannavaro was the coach of Uzbekistan.
That is insane. Wasn't he coaching in like China a few years ago?
Yeah, one of those
Qatar,
countries.
one
I
of
think in
them.
China, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
There you go.
Wow.
Took
He's had some strange.
there's a few,
jobs,
man. I think
can't lie.
Albania, Silvino, Zabaleta's his assistant. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Cannavaro was coaching El Nasser before El Nasser was cool.
yeah, man.
2015-16, he was coaching
Who's gonna
El
carry the
Nasser.
who gonna carry the
that
boats,
wasn't-
man?
No, that's not Al Nassr Saudi, bro.
What does that say?
It's Al Nassr. It's Al Nassr Saudi.
Come on.
That's what I.
Yeah, you tried. You see what you're
Hey,
trying to do,
you
man.
gotta try to get clever with me, man.
I told you,
Listen,
brain trust.
I'm gonna have to review that one. I'm gonna have to review that.
Well, I'm biting the big gauge, well,
Listen,
I'm a grown man,
let
man.
us know your thoughts in the comments on who you think
a
the
grown
top
man to
10
fight, well,
performing players are this season. Let us know if you think we've got any wrong. Let us know who you would have moved up, moved down. Let us all know in the comments. Like the video on the way out as well, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Till next time, peeps. Take care.